It has been quite a day. They did finally arrest the other three, and I knew what they had to do. They had to figure out which side of the line they were going to stand on. Were they going to stand on the line of law and order and actually arrest these cops for committing a crime, or were they going to try to figure out how not to do it? They had to do it because the jury spoke. And the jury was millions of Americans getting out there and saying, we've had enough of this. We've had enough of this racism. We've had enough of this division. We've had enough of this police brutality. We've had enough. America has had enough. And this asshole in the White House wants to double down and say, we need more law and order. Fuck you, Trump. America is sick of you. You are the virus. You are the virus that let the virus in. And now America is in chaos. Is it all because of you? No, not even. Is it expanded and made worse by you? Absolutely. You're a racist. You're a misogynist. And how you got elected, only the Russians know. Because America doesn't frickin' know. They can't figure it out. How the hell does a guy like this get in the White House? Holy crap. You know, when I was little and they said, you could be president, I thought, no, I'm not that smart. And then I see Donald Trump and I think, I could be president. I could be. Because this man does not know how to borrow brains. He fires them. He gets rid of them. He's a dictator, people. And it's time you realize he's a dictator. He likes dictators. He hates black people. It's time you realize that it's time for a change. People took to the streets today peacefully everywhere to make a statement, because that's what they were really trying to do all along. You're always going to have the looters and the guys that are going to be advantageous and take advantage of a riot. They're always going to be there. But now what you're going to see, because these three cops were arrested, you're going to see infighting happen. Unless there's a federal policy on law enforcement across the board. Federal. You do this, you get that, asshole. You no longer get to beat up black people or shoot Dillan Tabares on the street for no reason without impunity. You're going to go down hard. And I hope you all realize that. It's not that freaking important to police beyond human means or human rights. When you police beyond human rights, then you're no longer human. And that's how the world is looking at you right now. Now, I get there's some cops out there that are taking a knee and walking with the protesters. And all I got to say to those guys, you're about 10 years too fucking late. And you know it. They know it. I can see it on their face. They're like, holy shit, we're at the Alamo and we're overrun. We ain't going to win this. So they surrender. They say, I surrender to the will of the people, which is what our Constitution demands. To see that was beautiful. To see the police hugging people and doing all that stuff is beautiful. But I want you to know something. Half of those guys are doing that. The other half are shooting 8 pepper balls at a guy running away from you in Huntington Beach. Those are the guys you got to get rid of. Get rid of them. They have no reason to be on a police force or carry a gun. Eric Esparza, you don't deserve to have a gun in Huntington Beach. And I know you were there. We all knew this was coming. I did. I don't know why you didn't. We all knew that you can't keep this going in the United States and expect it to last. You know, Russia did us a favor. They really did. They sped up the process of what was going to happen anyway. This shit was going to happen anyway. This is a revolution. It's saying we're no longer going to stand for tyranny in our communities with any race of any color. You're going to treat us all the same, or you're going to be punished for it. And if you don't like that, get the hell out. And a lot of chiefs of police are saying that. Yet at the same time, they're breaking people out of cars in Atlanta and tasing them because they're black. At the same time, all this is going on. They're pepperballing people on the streets of Huntington Beach for having an opinion. Now, they've arrested these 3 guys, and the trial is going to begin. And this is where it's going to get real, people. This is where it's going to get real. This is where you're going to see American justice take place right before your very eyes. You're going to see 4 people of color get charged with murder or accomplice to murder because they wear a badge. And what that means is the people who have been trained to guard the people that it's their stop, it's their call, they're the first on the scene, whatever. That's how they do it. They're going to get charged with something here, and now they got to make it stick. How are they going to do that when they have been trained to do that? That's going to be their defense. I was trained to do this. Well, shit, where'd you get the training from? Well, it's from the National Chief of Police's training. National? Really? You mean this shit goes on across the country? Yes, it does. Every freaking day. All the time. It's still going on. So, Trump wants to talk about Antifa, but he refuses to talk about the white supremacist cops that were breaking windows in Minneapolis. You don't want to know why? Well, you already know why. He's a racist and a coward. Our president is a racist and a coward. He didn't go to Vietnam because of bunions. I didn't go to Vietnam because I said, fuck you, I ain't going to that war. I saw too many friends coming back in body bags. I knew what the score was. I knew what they were doing a long time ago. But I want you to know something. There's change happening in America. Martin Luther King came out and he was a force. He came out and said, I'm going to do it Jesus' way. I'm going to do it with peaceful protest. I'm going to come out there and show you in numbers that I am the way. And he did that. Now, God, I don't believe in hurting a person, except for that fat guy in Huntington Beach with the man boobs. I'd love to punch that asshole in the face. I really would. That racist piece of shit. But anyway, and he needs it. He really does. He just needs a broken nose. He does. But at the same time, I'm watching all this take place, and I'm thinking to myself, this isn't about George Floyd. This is about thousands of George Floyds. George Floyd was the tipping point of the thousands. And everybody knows this. It's not about just George Floyd. It's about Dillan, Tabares, Trayvon, Martin. I could go on. It's about all of them. It's about conspiracy to keep those people in check. And that's what this country has been doing for 400 years. You wonder why they're pissed. You wonder why they break into stuff. You wonder why they're angry. You wonder why they feel like they've got nothing to lose if they got to go out and join a gang. You wonder that? If you wonder that, you're an idiot. If you blame them, you're an idiot. We owe reparations to the African Americans, and we owe reparations to the Native Americans, but we have not stepped up yet as white people. And that's the problem in this country. We have not stepped up for Americans. Wait, people back there going, wait, black people are Americans? Yes, they are. They're Americans. They do what you and I do. They pay taxes, they work. They try to make it, they try to survive. But you don't want to survive in America. You want to live here. But you don't let them live here. We imported them to serve us. We beat them. We separated their families. We carved scars in their backs. And Derek Chauvin carved his own scar and murdered George Floyd, while 3 others protected him while he was doing it. They call it aiding and abetting. I want all Confederate statues brought down. I want anything that represents anything in this country that supported any kind of racism in this country brought down. And I don't give a shit if you Southern assholes think you got the right. You don't have the right. You never had the right. You just didn't have the right. And you still don't have the right. And don't call it history. Call it a shame. Call it what it is. It's a shame that we are here now doing this in 2020. Oh my God. So it's a turning point. But not for everybody. You're going to see a lot of infighting in police departments and police unions. You're going to see a lot of scrambling for position right now, politically, within those factions. You're going to see counties scramble for position. You're going to see a lot of movement. But make no mistake, the movement is about keeping it the way it is. It isn't about change, especially in Huntington Beach. It's not about change. And it's time all Americans need to wake the hell up. All Americans. White, black, Hispanic, Muslims. I don't care who you are. If you're an American, I'm with you with the Constitution and the American dream. If you got some other agenda involved in that, then America will take you out eventually, because we're sick of it. We're sick of your white supremacist crap, your Nazi bullshit. We're sick of it, and we're not going to stand for it anymore. And I realize putting this stuff out I've gotten phone calls, I've gotten death threats. I don't care. I really don't care. At this point, I don't care. As long as it's a fair gunfight, I'm in. I don't care. Just don't be cowards. Stand up for what's right. Huntington Beach likes to sit still and put its minions out there to bitch at people for doing what's right. You want to know if God is on your side? Ask George Floyd.